shell welling. So if you currently feel like you are without direction, or perhaps you are struggling to ride the waves, there may still be a bit of self-work that is left to clear your energy field. Those who have completed the self-work are finally feeling unplugged from the matrix and are sharing how they achieved this. In this article, she will share what has worked best for her in achieving a state of neutrality and has created frequent bolts of happiness, synchronicity, and positive manifestation. And the best part is for you to try to get some time for yourself alone, especially so if you deal with people who you don't synchronize with, that you don't go along, or people who put you down, or people who interferes with your attempt to improve yourself and to reach another state of consciousness. So in this case, it's better that you stay away from toxic people and then make time for yourself. It's okay to stay with animals for a while, dogs, cats, birds, goats, whatever, plants, and try to stay away as much as we can with people that you don't go along with, so as to clear up your field and be yourself, because when it's all during those times when we are alone and we do a self-work that we become what we really are. Our spirit just face it kind of manifest whenever we make time for ourselves. Self-work allows for the negative frequency overlay or veil to be lifted, so that our original DNA codes can create a shift in our reality. This kind of work is the most important work of all, even over service to others at this time, because of how close we are to a bifurcation of realities. You see, now energies are accelerating, and we are having parallel kinds of realities. We are having a mixed values nowadays. There is people who still hold to their old traditions and beliefs, and to see others want to transform all those, and others who goes into the extreme side of polarization and want to destroy all the old values. And you see, and all this is different parallel realities which we are facing now. Oftentimes it requires that we spend time by ourselves, and it could be some of the hardest work, albeit the simplest, because some people are not ready to be alone. They are too scared, they are too pampered, they are too fearful to be alone. You see, they are scared even of their own shadows. And this kind of people, they are not ready to be alone, and then to do some kind of evaluation, I would say self-evaluation, and see how you are doing in the interior, inside the self. You must find out how you are doing. You see, you need some time for yourself. It is hard to take a good look at yourself and your life to painfully see who you have projecting versus who you really are. This means that whenever we are, doesn't mean that we have to separate ourselves from others and then be in Iceland, because mankind is not in Iceland. However, whenever we are in society and we are too much engrossed into social life and activities, we tend to mold ourselves into what people sees as normal, as conventional. You see, the conventional norms, and then we mold ourselves into those patterns of behavior, and then we lose ourselves. Of course, we already have this entity, right? This identity, which is, okay, you are Mary, you are Joseph, you are Johnny, you are Elizabeth, you are Kate, and then we kind of, we lose our identity of who you really are in comparison to what we think we have in terms of an identity here in this matrix. And then that's when we lost ourselves. When we are alone, then we, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm so scared, I'm afraid to be alone. It feels so hard. Then you start to cry, to weep, and then you think, I need somebody, I need a group of people, I need to socialize, otherwise I'm going crazy. You see, and that's when you lose who you really are. When you find that who you really are, you're not afraid to be alone. You are not. When you find yourself, then you're gonna find peace within, and then you're gonna be happier. I vouch for it. We are all source, which is unconditional love, consciousness. Most of us have been experiencing what it's like to be as far away from source in an illusion of ego, personality, identity. Mary and John is a personality, it's an identity, an archetype, and fear. Uncovering and transmuting the fear and asking the personality or the identity to take a back seat to the higher self is what we are consciously trying to achieve. This allows the higher frequency versions of us to embody into this dense physical in order to override the fear matrix code that is overshadowing the collective humanity. We are all connected, and the higher frequency in the matrix and the collective always trumps. Everyone is different, and everyone processes the energies differently. But my hopes are that you can find something within this list that may be the last key for you. In no way is this an all-inclusive list or a must-do ascend list. No, you must find out yourself. There is time, and then take your time. Although there is no time much left, take your time, never mind. But we who are in this journey together, who are in this walk together. We hope that everybody will one day find themselves. Okay? But take your time, do not rush. You may not have to do everything on this list, and you may have done things that are not on this list. These are not listed in a particular order either, except for the first priority should be connecting with your higher self over soul source. Many people do not realize that they are already doing the self-work by consciously changing the way that they react to everyday situations and escapes that unfold in their lives. Over the last 9 years since her self-conscious awakening around 2010, she had addressed every one of these topics in her own reality with conscious intention. People who are just now waking up will be able to cover this self-work much quicker than the ones who came before them. I think I came before a bit, slightly a bit. The work. Connecting with your higher self over soul source. Shadow work. Over soul integration. Embody and clear past and future lives. Multi-dimensional self, soul, shard retrieval. Connection with higher self. How you do that? By find out who you really are in comparison to what others are, or even your ego is telling you what you are. Try to find out who you are. That's the small voice within. It's not the ego, not the mind. The mind plays trick. Try to go within, then you'll find out. Shadow walk. The shadow walk may be something that try to cheat you. Over soul integration, embodying clear past and future lives, multi-dimensional self, soul shard retrieval. That's the part, the linear layers that we have had over the millennia that you have been through and through densities and the 3D matrix. That's the several layers of identity that's not always yours but belongs to somebody else. Because I have a video there that is from who is him, when Pena, he explains better about that, and it shows how our soul, our oversoul is shred into pieces after we leave this body, we die, and how they mix up all together. Our karma with other people karma, our oversoul with other people, pieces of self-identity, and then results in what many people are here. They have many facets. They live in a multipolar world in themselves. They have a dissociative disorder, mental disorder, because they don't not know who they are. They are very confused. Especially so those who lives in conventional system of beliefs. Okay. Responsibility for thoughts, words and actions, creation. Understand who you are and where you are. Consciousness inside of a holographic matrix that is a distorted matrix copy within an organic matrix. And one thing that I want to emphasize, which goes outside of this topic, which is about deceased loved ones or ghosts, whatever. What I think is that what you see sometimes you call the dead, and then you talk to the dead, is not really the dead, but it's a copy. Okay, everybody's leaving a copy behind, a kind of energy, a vestige which remains behind, lingers behind. It can linger for months, it can linger for 1 year, but more than that is not possible, because I guess that there's something else. It's not the dead. You see, there's something else that is trying to mimic. It's trying to pass up as the dead. Those are others kind of entities, no humans entities. And we have a copy. They make up copy. Before we are reincarnated back, we got a copy in the other side, in the astral realm. And then that's the copy. It's just like the Windows virtual machine. That's the copy of the real genuine thing, right? For those who don't understand about Windows yet, this kind of Windows that we are using, most of us nowadays, that we have downloaded from the internet, is all copy. Windows copy is a bit of here, a bit of there. It's all shreds, all shards of others old Windows, okay? And used Windows, recycled, and as a visual machine. It's not the real thing. That's what I feel. I did not start that, but I know. So there's the same thing about the ghost thing that you see here, and you're gonna see there. You see Uncle Johnny, Auntie Mary, or even your parents, your deceased parents in the other side, and you say, oh, look at mom, daddy. No, they may be already reincarnated. However, their vestige, one side of them, just one piece, a copy, is left over there. It's just like a copy of Windows that you keep, a photocopy, a replica. It's not the real thing. Okay, I just want to demystify this false belief that there's such thing as dead ghost. No, you die, you go. That thing that you see on the cemetery may not be your dead ones, your loved ones. You die, you go. You cannot stay by right and by law, by extraterrestrial law. We are not supposed to remain here. Can we escape? We can try, but it's very hard, very, very hard to escape their what you call their surveillance, their remote machinery that they can see you, they can track you, see your energy by your energy or your print, your blueprint. Okay, it's not easy to escape. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. But you can try. Who knows? You can try, but I tell you, it's not easy. They have a lot of AI guarding all this, grounding into earth, connecting in nature. Now they are trying to stop us from communing with nature. Cannot go to the beach, cannot go to nature. Why? Because there is a reason. They know why. They don't want everybody to wake up, and then they are trying to stop us, to confine us, to limit us. See, even our movements. Raising your vibration, shifting from fear vibration to love vibration. Yeah, That's good. Unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion, gratitude, respect, integrity. That's good. So integrity, compassion towards those who need, especially so animals. Uniting the masculine and feminine, left and right sides of the brain. Doesn't mean that you have to make an imaginary, create an image that you as a man is a woman, then you create an image. You are not a woman, but then you create an image that you are a woman, and vice versa. A woman who thinks that she is a man, and then she can create that imagery. However, in reality is another thing. It's hard to wake up to reality and know that it's just that, an illusion, an imagery. Ego, lower conscious personality, takes a backseat to a higher self. Declare your sovereignty and revoke contracts that no longer serve you. Learn how to recognize false lights contracts. How many of you wants that? Very seldom, very little of you wants that. I would say 5% of the population on earth wants that. Creating from the now moment, erasing prior beliefs and programming, cutting energetic codes, release ancestral family karma. This is very important. Do not associate yourself with your ancestral karma. You have nothing to do with it. Declare that you are yourself. You have nothing to do with your ancestral karmas and doing. Okay? In the individual world, everybody has to answer for themselves. Nobody should be made to pay for the karma and crimes of others. Build boundaries and shields from toxic people. Oh my goodness, it's imperative. This one is imperative. It's the most that I'm facing, because I know how is it to live with toxic people who wants to limit you, who wants to control you. You see, they want to transform you in an image that they create for you, not that what you are. They do not accept who you are because they themselves have lost their identity as a being. They have already give up to the world, and then they became just identity to be tracked down. They have lost their souls to this illusion, and at the same time they want to own you up. They want you to follow what they think is right for you, even if that's not right for you. It's right for them. They are loving themselves through you, and they think because it's what they think is okay, you should follow, and that will not do, because our soul will rebel. If you have one other, just be. If you have one other, then just be. Assess your current job, your relationships, where you live. Yeah, that's so very important. and make necessary adjustment to align with your mission. Many people just give up job selling things and then just get a trailer and then move to the wood, go to the countryside, whatever, live like nomads. I think that's the best thing, at least for me. I'm not telling that it is fit for everybody. If you have beehive mentality, then you shouldn't. That's not for you. You're not ready for this kind of mission. But if you are ready, then you have all what it takes to make it happen. Then go for it. Have possibilities within your reach. Go for it. Then you'll be much happier this way. Learn how to interact with your friends and family, and when to share this information, and when not to, because not everybody is ready. Even within your family, your friends, they are not ready. They will ridicule you. They will say that you are far away from the mainstream. Be the example versus trying to force your beliefs upon others. That's the best thing to do, is lead by example. Just live your life and let theirs, okay? Live and let it live. But if they try to control you, then you have to, if you can, then you have to find a way to be alone. Okay, but do not force your beliefs into other people. That's not nice. It will backfire one day when the person is not ready, or never meant to accept your principles. So do not try that. Never ever force anybody to do what they do not want to. That's terrible. It will backfire, and you're gonna repent. You're not gonna repent. You're gonna lose one day. You're gonna be disappointed because your ego will crumble when you see that you don't have the power to control nobody. That everybody is free, okay? But you have to police yourself. Even as you are free, you cannot just do as you please. I'm not saying that you are free to become an anarchist, to do this and that's gonna destroy yourself and others. No, not that. But you are free to live within your principles that is composed of dignity, respect to yourself, and respect others. Respect your boundaries and respect the boundaries of others, and allow others their boundaries, and wish for yourself as you wish for the others. Want for yourself what you want for the others. That's what I say. That's what is freedom all about. Nurture and heal your inner wounded child. Like, this reminds me of the people who like to whine because my mother did that, because my father did this, because my mother did that. They do not forgive. You want to stay like this forever. If you think this way about your father and mother, rather than forgive them, because they too was just an instrument for this matrix here. They are just an instrument. They are just as lost as you are. You understand? So before you blame your mother and father, think that they too have their problem. They too have their past to follow. They too had their worries. They too have their wounded soul as a child. So why don't you forgive your father and mother? Why don't you put yourself into their shoes before you point a finger and you tell them you did this and that to me, instead of Go there and be grateful for the nice things that they did to you, if any. And if they didn't do, if this type of parents that is totally irresponsible, mean, savage, cruel, then just be pity for them. Just do a prayer for them and hope that they'll find salvation. Pray for your mother and father's soul, that they will find salvation and find consistency, because this soul who do this kind of thing to their child are lost souls. But you don't need to dwell in pain. Heal that child, that wounded child. Heal yourself and you heal others. Okay? But if your father and your mother still have done something good for you, like take care of you, wake up in the morning to change your diapers, feed you, go to work for you, and work at the home, sacrifice themselves to you at home, stay nights awake to change your diapers, to feed you when you are sick with that mumps or chicken pox. They have nursed you to health. Be grateful to that. I see people nowadays are blaming the father only. Why? The father and the mother. Oh, because they get a little slap on the backside. Oh, already is a reason, a very big reason to go to the corner like I wanted the child and stay in the cocoon. Oh, you did this and that to me, mommy and daddy. I want to forgive you, like a little child. Let it go, your inner child. At this time, let it go. Think as a grown up now. You are grown up. If you go up to your 25th birthday, then you are grown up enough to understand a bit. Okay? Think nature. You are not anymore that little child wounded on the corner, cry because mommy refused to decline you from stay home instead of going to school. Sometimes you don't want to go to school. Mommy say, little Johnny, little Mary, you have to go to school. I don't want to go. I have my tummy pain, mommy. But still have to go, honey. Go to school. Don't talk so much. Then little Johnny and little Mary grow up, and then now little John and little Mary was blaming the parents for that. If he slept, give a slap, won't forgive. Forever that you hold inside. I tell you one thing, this is your problem. I think the problem is within you, not your parents, unless those parents have taken drugs, have molested you sexually wise, or allow somebody else to molest you. You understand it, and did nothing to help you with that moment, or have bashed you constantly, beaten you like you were some kind of like if you were some kind of, I will not even say a tree or a rock, because you will not go about whacking rocks or trees. Only a lunatic will do such a thing. And I would say that is a deranged person who every time want to vent their frustration the child, unless the child did something really very abominable thing, like they have hurted animals, for example, hurt their little brother. Then you want to stop them from doing that, then you have to slap them or beaten up them. Other than that, I think that because sometimes parents are too young, and they do not have the maturity, they do not have enough maturity to deal with the wrongdoings of a child. See, because the parents itself didn't even learn how to be a son or a daughter, and then they has already become a mother and father. You see, it's like children broughting up children. That's why if you are a teenager and a youth, if you are young enough, below 25 or 24, you shouldn't mind your children. You need help from the elders to take care of your child. Unless you are matured enough, then good for you, and you can do a good job, then good for you. Otherwise, you're gonna do more harm to your child than good. At that moment, you should ask for forgiveness from your child, and your child also ask for forgiveness to you for any wrongdoing that they have done, or your parents need to ask forgiveness to you. Okay, develop discernment in outside information, energy. But another thing that I want to emphasize, but you cannot use that tool, the past hurt that you have been given to you, to take it against your parents, to manipulate them into giving to you, to all wish and fancy. Like, I want this from you because you did something bad to me when I was young. Now I require that you will do this and that to me, clean my house, cook for me, or give me money, or you support me financially wise, or help me in the house. That's manipulation. You shouldn't do this to your parents. Okay, what you can do here is live your own, forgive your parents, and hopefully they will also ask forgiveness from you, and then you heal before one of you pass away. That's the best thing to do. Develop discernment and outside information, energy healing, peeling back the layer of blocks in the heart center, and auric field, releasing victim programming. That's good. That's very, very good. All the victimization feelings, sentiment, just go to the heart center and then release all that. Try to think yourself as a co-prayer and not a victim or violent. Especially not so violent in a relationship. However, co-prayer, it's better to be a co-prayer, because if you have the mentality of a victim, then you're gonna be a victim forever. And for those people who are hurting you, still harming you, you should stop them from doing that, because you need to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you should not allow other people to bully you, to humiliate you, and to hurt you only because they give you something. Okay, I give you an apple as an example, and then I expect from you a watermelon. That's mean because they give you support for something, they ask you, they requested you, demand from you something bigger, and if you don't give, they will take it against you, and then gonna harm you in a way or another, verbally wise, or do things to make you feel down, make things to make you angry, or even sometimes try to make you angry so as to lash it back at you physically wise. And these people need treatment. These people are sick. They are psychopaths, understand? And they need treatment, and you need to report these people to the process instead of controlling. Let it go and surrendering to the process of instead of controlling. And letting go doesn't mean that you have to stay with a bully, an abuser. No, do not stay in this relationship. If you can get out, get out. Get out. You're gonna save yourself from harming, from traumas, and you're gonna save that person from keeping on mental disorder towards others, from show his vile behavior towards you. Report this person or leave this person for good. You cannot change anybody. You have to change yourself. Either you have to adjust to their situation, or you have to move. The best thing is to move. You cannot control other people, and you cannot change this kind of behavior from the psychopaths. The best thing is to live while it's time. Live. Find a few like-minded individuals that can discuss things with. The internet, social media is a main tool. Focusing on the desired outcome, new earth or going home, rather than the past or distorted matrix. Forget the past. Remember all the past that is good. Seek refuge in the good past in your infancy, if it was good. Try to remember it. If love, if gratitude toward your mom, toward your dad, toward your older sister or older brother, whatever, your uncles, your grandparents, but do not your aunties, but do not, or your sisters, your brother, but do not hold bad feelings toward the people who had shared life with you. Do not harbor hurt towards them. That's not good. Let it go. The best thing is let it go. Always remember for the past and something that you can go back and then laugh when you pray. You said to play together with your siblings, with your cousins, with your friends. Laugh at your past. Remember and smile. Be happy. Remember when mommy will take you to the church or whatever the place, and then mommy will buy for you ice cream on the way and that popcorn. Yeah, laugh at that. Remember that. Smile. Remember grandma doing that favorite dessert, garden way, that nice angel cake or whatever, chocolate cake that you love it. Yeah, laugh at that. Smile to your past. Remember grandpa taking you for fishing, or even daddy taking you for fish, or taking you for walk, or for play play baseball or football, whatever. And then be happy for that. Be grateful for your past. And if you have had a bad, you cannot unfortunately you cannot have a good memory of your past, then I'm sorry. You have to heal that. You have to ask forgiveness for your inner child, and if those people have hurted you on the past when you are a little person, let it go. But let it go. Forget it. Tell yourself, I'm not that past. I'm not that hurtful child anymore. Now I am a grown-up person, more conscious, that is willingly to bury that past, that hurtful past, that was just a mural, a bad mural that came into my life. It was a tempest, a bad tempest that came into my life. Cry if you must, but do not keep it inside of you. It will not do you any good. Forgive and forget if you are not with those people who have hurted you. Okay? Rather than the past or the story metric, remove refined white sugar, wheat, fluoride, processed foods, canned foods, and GMO foods from the diet. Take more fruits and veggies. Refrain from alcohol and drugs, even medicines, and adding supplements. or feeling that kind of what amalgam feeling in the tooth, as well as vaccines detoxify heavy metals and fluoride toxins by having a mineral filter at home. Turn off the TV, television programming until you have reached a level where it can no longer influence you. You become the witness, love, trust, and forgive yourself especially, and then forgive others. Use your imagination, which is a key to creation. Reprogramming the brain from automatic subconscious programming, allowing the higher mind to create your matrix. Observe repeating patterns and analyze your trigger points. Understand that many of the people in this reality are NPCs, non-players characters, aka non-sold humans or backdrop people. That's true. Non-player character, non-sold humans or backdrop people. Yeah. Allow yourself to feel emotions, acknowledge the energy and message, and learn to let it go for good. Understand that all is source, including dark and light, negative and positive. Respect all life, including plants and animals. Do not throw plants in the garbage. Plants are not litter that you can throw in the garbage. Where I am in Asia, I find a lot of plants in the garbage. They just throw it like toward garbage, but it's not. I bring it home and then I nurse it to health, and it grows into beautiful trees. Because when you give love from your heart chakra, everything will grow. Can be animals, can be plant, whatever. Respect everyone else's path and perception. Listen to your body, food, sleep, intuition. If you are feeling down, then it's a signal to raise your vibrational frequency and stop energetic loss. And remember, keep away from people. If you're feeling down and you wipe somebody around in the house or whatever to work that is feeling down, then that means you are capturing low frequency energy from others around you. So it's a signal to raise your vibrational frequency and stop energetic loss. Spend time in reflection, allowing a life review from your higher self in order to forgive others and let it all go. Shift the energy in your home. Shift the energy in your home. Go through your material possessions and keep on what serves you. Clean and organize your home and simplify your life. Smooth and clear without be a hoarder and clutters. Spend time in reflection. Move the energy in your physical body with light exercise like walking, swimming, tai chi, shinkong, is it how it's pronounced? Shinkong, I don't know, or yoga. Finding balance in 0 point and 5D frequency rainbow bridge, and then go in and out of the 3D, 4D or the matrix, grounding the codes in higher frequency. Recognize and stop the behaviors, beliefs, and practices that open up your energy centers to connect with negative energy and astral beings. Fire any of your guides that are not of the 100 pure source light. Replace them with guides that support your highest and best outcome, and intend to make contact with benevolent source light extraterrestrials star family. Close it down or remove the overlay energy centers that the astral beings feed off, and remove or neutralize implants and technologies used for energy symphony. So close it down my aura and bar of light to all except my only God self. Amen. My oversoul. Amen. Practice Don Miguel Ruiz for arguments. Become the witness, be in the word but not of it. Focus on yourself first before trying to change the world. Centering the emotional, mental, spiritual, and astral body with the physical body to be aligned like nested Russian dolls. The Russian doll with one is inside another, one the smallest go inside the bigger one. The four agreements. What's the four agreements? This PC, there's something matter with my PC is lagging. I have already formatted, but still is lagging. Oh no, I'm not going to okay, later come here.